Okay, so we have looked at the portal settings. So we're going to be looking at the assessment manager. Okay, so we'll come to assessment manager. Under assessment manager, you choose the particular level you want to manage the assessment: basic, crèche, secondary, KG, nursery, depending on what the school is running. So let's say secondary. What are the things you need to manage? The result format, midterm formats, mock result format, choosing templates, attendance manager, CBT, and the rest of them. So we'll start. So let's say for secondary, the first item there is result, termly result format. Okay, so when you open the termly result format, this termly result format is basically telling us what is the result format the school is using. Whether they are using 2080, that is test 20, exam 80, or they are using 40, 60. So let's assume that this school is using format 5, which is 20, 20, 60. You just click on 20, 20, 60 to be here. So label is what name do they call the first 20, the second 20, and the last 60. Okay, so let's assume they call this one test. Then the second 20, let's say as assignment, because when they go to where they are going to impute the result, the scores, they will see test over 20. So you now see they will put 20. So you now ask, what classes are using it in secondary? JS1, JS2, JS3. Some schools use different formats for JS1 to JS3, while they use another format for SS1 to SS3, for example. So, but assuming now all of them are using it, you just select all the classes and click on save. So what it means now is that the result format has been selected for the termly, so you see it's format 5. If they want to change it to any other format, they just click, let's say, format 4, and they click on the classes that it should apply to. So that's it. The second one is midterm result format. Assuming it is a school that gives out their midterm results. Some schools give out midterm results. They do it over 40, over whatever. So you choose the results for midterm, the templates. If it is 2080, it's 3070. Most schools do over 40, 5, 15, 20, or just 25. Or they just say over 50. Some of them still do midterm over 100. So at the end of the term, they will now divide it. Then mock. Mock is for JS3, SS3, and primary 6. So, you know, they normally do mock examinations. So, they can also choose the format for their mock here. Then we have result template. So, the school is free to choose whatever template they want. This is the default one. They can choose any other template. We have default, we have compact, we have simple, extended, cumulative, and then graded. This one now is for like crèche, toddler, where they use comment instead of scores. Ability to recognize color, excellent. Ability to do this, you understand? So this simple and simple extended is where they use comment, while this compact is where they use scores, where the subjects are categorized. Okay, then the default is the normal result format. So the school can choose any result format. So at the end of the term, when the system generates a result, it will be exactly the format they chose. Okay, then attendance manager. On a daily basis, let's say if you click attendance manager, it will bring the classes. So on a daily basis, like today is Monday, If it is Tuesday, you will see Tuesday to Friday. The system will mark everybody present by marking them. So the class teacher is now the person that will now, let's say Boluwaji Israel was absent on this day. He will go and click on this. So the system will say, was he absent all day, morning only, afternoon only? So if it is all day, you put the reason why he was absent. Let's say he was sick. If you submit, this thing will now be unmarked, meaning that the child was absent for that day. So that's it. So on a daily basis, another thing about attendance is that as long as this system is marking them present, it is also counting the total number of times the child attended school. So as it is marking, it is counting. Are you getting the point? So make sure that if a child did not come to school, you go and mark him absent for that day. Then if that day is a public holiday, you go and mark everybody absent. If not, the system will count public holiday as part of the number of days that students are supposed to come. Are you getting the point? Then here is daily. Now, most times in many schools, the teachers are not able to do the attendance daily. So they go to termly attendance. So in termly attendance, let's say just 1A, they will just see at the end of the term, when they want to enter total number of days the child came, they will just come, put, let's say this child came, they may have been taking it on their register, so they can say 120 times. So this person now 118. So they will enter all the number of days as recorded by them manually, then they will come and submit it. So in the child's result, the attendance will be displayed there. So after termly attendance, we have set OBJ questions, CBT. Like we said, they can use this system to write their CBT exams, okay? So let's say just 1A, I want to set question for just 1A. So once I say set OBJ, we can set OBJ, we can upload, we can set theory or essay question. So when I say set OBJ, the system will automatically generate a code. Then there will also be assessment title. Let's say I want to use this for tests, termly test. Then subject I want to set is let's say computer studies. Start date. When you click here and it doesn't pull down dates, you have to refresh. You have to refresh. Then go back to that assessment manager. Still select the class. So let's say test, computer studies, start date. Start date is the date you want this test to start. So let's say today by 15:00. 15:00 means 3 o'clock, 3 p.m. Let it end today also, but by, let's say I want to set it now by 16:00. That is 1 hour. So the time now, if the until it gets to 15:00, which is 3 p.m., this question will not show. Then when it's time, it will start showing, and by this time it will stop showing. It will deactivate. Attempt once or keep attempting. If you say keep attempting, meaning if the student has written once, they can keep writing, but you say attempt once. Then time in duration in minutes. If it is 1 hour, you write 60 because the time is measured in minutes. If it is 2 hours, you write 120. If it is 45 minutes, just write 45. You don't need to type minutes. Then access type, random or sequential. Sequential is everybody's number 1 will be the same, number 2 will be the same, number 3. But if you say random, the system will randomize the questions. Then total number of questions you want to set, let's say 3 questions for this subject. 3 questions for this subject. So as soon as you type 3, you start entering your questions. So question 1 is the mouse is a dash device. For example, A, processing device. B, input device. C, output storage. E, none of the above. Correct answer is B, so we'll say B. We will not just type input, we'll just put the option. There you say submit. Question 2. Are you seeing it now? So we'll now say question 2. The printer is a dash device. Storage, output, input, none of the above, and all of the above. Correct answer is B. So the first one was B, Abi. Let me remove B here. Let it not be as if it's only B, we know. Output. So the answer is output. So C. Submit. So we have submitted 2 questions, and that's that. If I want to set for GS2A, I'll click GS2A, set for them. That's how we set questions for them. Don't worry, when we log in from the student end, yes, you will see the students will be able to log in from their end and write the exam. We can also upload CBT question. We must, if we want to upload, we must have typed it in Microsoft Excel. So maybe we don't want to download it direct. We don't want to type question direct. We can say test 2. So let's say English language. Start date today, end date. Let's say if this is an assignment, I want them to submit by next week Monday. So by Sunday they should have submitted it. Okay, attempt once. Number of questions, let's say 3. Subclass, all subclasses for that. Then I will now click on browse. Are you getting the point? Browse. By then I should have typed the question in Excel. So for you to get this, the template of how the question should be typed, you come here. If you don't have Excel question format, download it here. You click on download. When you click on download, you open it. This is the question format that you should have typed it already in before using the upload. So you see it's question, option A, option B. So for example, who is the president of Nigeria? Make sure that a question does not enter another cell. Even if the question is long, just expand like this. Then option A, option B, then correct answer. If it is C, you put C. Are you getting the point? If it is C, put C. B. So this is the format. When you have typed question 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to how many questions you want to type, then you save it. When you now come back to the portal, you can now upload the question. You can now click on upload. Okay, we have not selected the question. You select the question from here. Go and choose that Excel file. Then you now click on upload. The question will be imported from the Excel file. So set essay question. You know what I mean by essay question? Theory. So if you click on theory, let's say assessment title, exam, basic science, start date today, end date today, but 15:30. Let me make it tomorrow. Then attempt once. Number of question 1. Duration 20 minutes. Access type random. So I'll just type. So question 1, I'll just say define energy. So in this case, the thing will bring out where students will type their answers. So you submit. If you want to insert equation, you insert equation from here. Then if you want to insert image, you click on insert image from here. You select the image, then go and look for the image. Let's say you want to say from identify the image below. Are you getting the point? You know questions that carry images. Yes. You add the image from here. Then you submit. Once you submit, it has been submitted. So that's it. Then upload essay question. You can also upload essay questions. Okay. You can also, yes, you can upload essay question online or offline, anyone. The students when they log in. So if we come here now, let's go back to student manager, secondary, view students register, GS1. So let's log in as a student. Let's use 1079. So 1079. Let me log out as a staff. So students, I'll log in as a student now. I'll select secondary. I'll put my ID 1079. I'll put my password as a student. If I successfully log in, it will bring me to the students. If my passport is uploaded here, I'll see my passport, okay? So the students can easily come to my assignments, or he can view it from here, my assignments, all assignments. He will see it. Can you see the one we set now?
Yes.
Basic science, essay, computer studies, CBT. This one is CBT based. So if I click on CBT now, as a student, you see it. The mouse, do you remember this question?
Yes.
The mouse is a dash device, input device. Next, the printer is a dash device, output device. Say this is the last question, I cannot move next again. So I'll say finish. Are you sure you are done? Yes. Your score was successfully saved. The student will see his score immediately. Total number of questions 2, attempted questions 2, score 2. Are you getting the point? So he can come back, start essay. He has done the CBT one, so let's start essay. Define energy. So we'll say energy is the ability to do work. So once it's done, he submits. If there's another question, he clicks next. Else, he submits.
So I want to ask, for this essay now, the teachers have like a marking scheme or...
Yeah, you must know your marking scheme.
Okay, so they will be the ones to check out the essay and score you.
We are coming there. Energy is the ability to do what you say finish. You have submitted, okay? So as a student, you are done. You go back, you log out. So when the admin wants to see what the students have answered, both on the theory, he now logs in as an admin. So let us now see what our children have answered. You go back to that assessment manager. Secondary, you see manage assessments. Are you getting it? Manage assessment. You select the academic session, select the term, select the class, JS1, then click on proceed. So the system will show you how many people have made attempts. Can you see it? Dates, subjects, basic science and computer studies. This one was titled exam. This one was titled test. Class, test mode, essay online, CBT online. How many attempts? Once. One student have answered. Abi? Then to view that person who has answered here, essay, you click on it. The essay question. So you see that define energy. This is what he answered. Energy is the ability to do work. So from my marking scheme, let's say this question 1 is over 5. From his definition, I can say he scored 5 over 5. Are you getting the point? Then I'll close. So meaning that this particular child scored 5 over 5. If from my marking scheme what he wrote there I'm not satisfied, and maybe I want to give him 3. If I have any comment for the child, I'll put the comment here as a child, maybe to correct him. Then I can download this score. Then for the second one, that is CBT, if I click on this attempt, I will see admission number, attempted questions 2, score 2. So I'll see his total score. If I say detail, it will give me the detail. Correct answer is B, you answered B. Correct answer is C. It will give me a detail for that particular child. So it makes writing of computer-based examination very simple. So that is everything you need to do. And everything that applies to secondary is the same thing that applies to basic. Then the result format, choose result template, attendance manager, set OBJ, set theory, manage assessment when they are done. So it applies to crèche. So any particular section in the school can easily use this to manage everything about their assessment.